Hi guys, this is Mickey here with my review on Harley Quinn issue 0. This is created by Paul Dunn and Bruce Timm. It features over 17 artists with their varying interpretations on Harley Quinn. If you want a story, you want an origin story on this issue, this is not the issue for you. This is merely an expose. If you want an origin story, please refer to Villains Month, the New 52 Batman Detective series on Harley Quinn. That will give you a little bit more meat on who the character is. No pun intended. Alright, let's get into it. This is about approximately 19 artists with varying interpretations, like I said before, of the character of Harley Quinn. It starts out with Harley Quinn fantasizing about how cool it would be for her to have her own comic book series like all the supervillains. And she is talking this over with her pet beaver. I don't know what the beaver is all about. I don't know where the beaver came from. I don't know if it was a toy or it was a teddy bear, it was alive, but it was talking to her. But that beaver wasn't funny. So I guess, whatever. Harley Quinn is fantasizing, talking to her little beaver thingy, and thinking about how cool would it be, and then all of a sudden the artist jumps in and says, hey, I can. So the artist is interacting with, all the artists will be interacting with the character. That's how the story begins. Each artist draws Harley Quinn in a way she should be portrayed in all the comic books. Like Jim Lee shows her battling Batman, Dave Johnson driving off a cliff in a wild chase, and then Jeremy Roberts had her in a Suicide Squad. I thought that was kind of funny. She had pieces of chicken tied up to her and she was feeding them to alligators. I thought that was pretty hilarious. What are the pros and the cons of this comic book? Pros, you see different facets of Harley Quinn, not character-wise, but character representations of Harley Quinn. So you get to look at, you know, free art, in my opinion, where you see different styles and different eras of comic book representations of various of Harley Quinn in varying settings. I like that. So if you are a sketcher or an artist of some kind and you're just, you know, you really want to just copy or, you know, trace out the story, the drawings or something to see where your inspiration can come from, this is a great book. You can actually just go through the entire book without reading it, just, you know, looking at the varying artistic representations of Harley Quinn, so which I personally enjoyed and I thought was pretty cool. One example would be Art Baltazar. I loved his interpretation of Harley Quinn. You could see it was the detailing on that sucker was so beautiful. You could see her skin toned. You could see like the way the light reflected off her skin. I really like that, and I would like for him to be the official comic book artist for the upcoming issues. I thought that was cool. The con: you don't get a story. You will never get a story out of this one. I personally didn't expect that. I don't read zero issues a lot, so I didn't expect that. Art-wise, it was pretty good, but like story-wise, no. You will not get a story out of it. So if this is not for you, you're looking to get connected with a character, please do not pick up this issue because it's merely an expose. So it's merely a fanboy issue, really, or fangirl issue, so don't get into it. If that's not for you, keep it moving. Unless you have an extra $4 to throw away, then go ahead, go for it, buy it. Keep it in case, you know, keep it in mint condition, get it graded, keep it in mint condition, you know, take it to Comic-Cons to get signed by each artist, which is a really great idea to do. So that would be the pro, but at the same time in the con, you don't get a story. What else? Another con will be too many cooks spoil the broth. It's a little overwhelming. You will not be able to figure out what's going on when there's really nothing going on. There's nothing going on in the comic book, so all you have to do is just breeze through. You can actually, don't read the captions, don't read the speech bubbles, just go right through it. That's a con to me. where you're not interacting with the story, or you're not interacting with the comic book that you should. But then again, it turns into a picture book pretty much. So that would be a con. And of course, like I said, you don't build a connection with the character, so it's only on issue 0. So what can you do about that? Last but not the least, definitely, it's a light con. You cannot associate the artists to the illustration all the time. Unless you really know the artist's work and you recognize their work from other comic books, you wouldn't really know which artist is which. But that's from my perspective, because I was reading off a digital issue. So I had to write down each and every artist down on a piece of paper from the intro page, and then every single page that I went through, or every single piece of art that changed, I would connect the artists. So that was my con. You couldn't connect each and every artist. So out of a 5, what am I gonna give this? I am not gonna give it a 0, and I'm not gonna give it a 5. I'm not rating it. Why? Because it's merely an expose. It is not fair because it doesn't give you a story. It doesn't give you an in-depth analysis or in-depth insights into the character. That's what I'm looking for. It doesn't give you insights into the character, so it's not fair to rate it. It's only an artistic interpretation of who Harley Quinn should be. Therefore, I wouldn't rate it. It's not fair to rate someone's interpretation or opinion, I don't think. So I wouldn't give it a rating out of 5 or a 0 or anything at all. It's only an expose. That's what I saw it as. So if you have that extra $5, $4 or $5, depending on where you live, to buy this comic book, go ahead and buy it. Keep it so that every time the comic book artists come into your town or your Comic-Con near your city, you could just go and get it signed. So that's my opinion, and that's pretty much it. So Harley Quinn issue 0, here we go. Pick it up or leave it on the shelf. Keep God in your life, keep reading comic books. Mickey here, I'm out.